Martin just gave us a great overview of how we got to the current position. What I want to do is just take a few minutes before I open the floor and talk a little bit about what does that mean for People TV and where we are right now, because I think that's what you all are very interested in hearing. And Charlotte and your team and the producers, if you want to jump in at any time and add anything, please feel free to do so. I think that, as you all know right now, that the lease agreement under which People TV operates will expire on December 31st, 2011. So we have about 6 more weeks. As a result, Charlotte has sent a letter to the mayor asking to terminate the contract with People TV. So we're facing a situation where we have to make a decision pretty quickly about how we're going to move forward with public access television. As I said at the beginning, the administration, and I believe many council members, because they have sponsored legislation, do want to see public access television continue in the city of Atlanta. And obviously the major issue that we're facing is funding. Right now, we are looking at least 2 different proposals that would allow the city to enter into an agreement with a third-party operator to take over the functions of public access television. Those agreements right now are not perfect. One agreement that we're looking at would be very good, but might limit the ability of producers to be able to have access to equipment and to be able to do the shows that they do. And that is something that the city and the administration takes very seriously and wants to be able to continue doing. So that is the situation that we find ourselves in right now. And what I really hope that we'll be able to do over the next 45 minutes is talk about ideas about how we can continue public access television in a constructive manner. Charlotte, I don't know if you and your team have anything else that you want to add to that. Or any of the producers, if you have any thoughts. Let's go ahead. Katrina Taylor Parks, as I said, is going to start moderating this part of the discussion where we'll just open up the floor and start taking ideas.
Good morning. My name is Katrina Taylor Parks, and I want to thank my colleague Sanji for taking the lead in opening this up. And I will begin to recognize everybody. I just want to make one point of clarity, that the agreements that Sanji referenced, those started in the works once we received the letter of termination. That's an important note. So we were not working on that prior to that having received that letter. And secondly, I think in Charlotte's opening statement, she referenced 18 days. And I know that that's a very short time frame, but I will like to be honest with everybody. 18 days in city government, particularly the city of Atlanta, is like a lifetime. We could get something done. So, and that is the purpose of this meeting. I just want to be clear. We're not here just offering lip service. We have a clear objective, and we're here to hear both sides. And in saying that, I think I saw your hand first, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Johnny White. Help me understand why the discussions around funding is one-sided. Charlotte mentioned at least a half a dozen proposals that have been completely ignored by the city. And now we're 18 days out, struggling with proposals, or perhaps that even Charlotte preceded this discussion for a long time with proposals. Why is it so one-sided and her proposals are not being considered?
I would push back a little bit, and one thing that I want to do is sort of not spend a lot of time placing blame and talking about where we've, and I'm not saying that you just did that, but hold on, let me finish. I'll let you speak. What I want to do is spend more time talking about how we can move forward. What I would say, for example, some earlier proposals that may have revolved around the Centers of Hope. I saw that proposal early on in the administration. The Centers of Hope at that point was still something that the administration was working on. It's still something that, you know, we are in the process of developing and rolling out to the community. So tying that into public access television, it's a great idea at the time, but it's not something that was feasible. I mean, I think the issue that we're facing is how you actually find funding. And proposals are wonderful on the table, but unless there's actual money to back it up, you can't do anything with it.
Yes, sir, at the same table, and I'll come to you up here. Yes, sir.
Just one question. Who are the sponsors of HB 1746?
There are 2. One's a Republican, one's a Democrat. If you give me a moment.
Tammy Baldwin. John Lewis.
Right, and they've been trying to drum up support.
What are the names?
Congresswoman Tammy Baldwin and Congressman John LaTourette.
This is federal.
And these are federal, this is not a statewide, this is federal.
John Lontourette.
LaTourette.
Lontourette.
John LaTourette.
Lontourette.
Your U.S. Congressman, and I have requested John Lewis also sign on as a co-sponsor, and that's being considered.
And just for folks in the audience to know, members of Congressman Lewis's staff have joined us, so they are in the room. I want to recognize them, Jerry.
Thank you.